Damn, the plane ticket was booked. The hotel room was on deck. Bad news for March 30th. The Boxing Voice has reported multiple sources have confirmed to me that Keith Thurman has a MRI scheduled today for a potential bicep injury. I'm told MRI results will determine if the fight is canceled or it happens. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's confirmed that Keith Thurman is out and the towering inferno is in. Pause. Michael Benson reported that Tszyu will reportedly now defend his WBO super welterweight world title versus Sebastian Fundora on March 30th as Keith Thurman has been ruled out due to injury. Show remains on Amazon Prime Video pay-per-view in USA with Rolly Romero versus Isaac Cruz, according to Mike Coppinger. Bummer for Tszyu. This is going to be the second time in which an American fighter has to pull out from the fights during injury. Prior to that fight with Tszyu. Let's recall Jamel Charlo, the junior middleweight undisputed world champion, had to pull out from the Tszyu fight due to injury. He had a broken hand, and they had to find a last-minute replacement, in which was Tony Harrison, a former WBC champion. Gutsy move by Tszyu. Could have sat on his ass and, just wait for his opportunity, almost like Stanionis. I mean, when's the last time Stanionis got into the ring? Because he was waiting for the likes of Earl Spence and the situation between Bud Crawford, Earl Spence negotiation, and just sat and just waited, not wanted to risk his position. But Tszyu and his team didn't care. You know what I'm saying? And now Sebastian Fundora is going to be the guy that's going to replace Keith Thurman. Another gutsy move by Tszyu and No Limit Promotion. Got to give him a lot of credit. Fighters stay ready. Tszyu seems like he's a fighter that will fight anybody, any place, anytime. Sebastian Fundora is no easy pickings. Yes, he lost to Brian Mendoza, in which Tszyu beat, but this is a very difficult fight in terms of the timing of this fight. Sebastian Fundora, you can't compare the body structure of Sebastian Fundora and Keith Thurman. Two different type of fighters, body structure, speed, power, youth, just where the punches is coming from, where the angles is at. How can you prepare for Sebastian Fundora? So very gutsy move by Tszyu and his team. Now, of course, look, I do think that Erickson Lubin does deserve the fight with Tszyu. He beat Jesus Ramos to be in the position in the WBC. Erickson Lubin wanted to fight Tszyu. Tszyu said basically that that Erickson Lubin ducked the fight, even though they never received an offer, an official offer. But I do believe that Erickson Lubin does deserve the title shot. To be fair, if Fundora does fight Tszyu, and I think that could be a good, entertaining fight because both of these guys are highly entertaining, young, youthful. Erickson Lubin should then fight for the vacant WBC if Fundora is going to go out. Now, I've heard that the WBC and the WBO is probably going to have a unification bout. They're going to fight for the vacant WBC, and then, yes, it's going to be a world title fight in 154. With the WBO title that Tszyu has. So I don't know. I think it's a little bit unfair because Fundora just coming from a loss, but it seems like in the sport of boxing, people that just come from a loss is getting title shot. Let's not forget who's also on the card, and it's Rolly Romero. Rolly Romero lost to Gervonta Tank Davis, moves up to the 140-pound division, and then gets a title shot, vacant title shot. Crazy, right? So I think that this is boxing. It probably would happen, and they don't care. I think the belt federations really love Sebastian Fundora. The WBC is highly close to Fundora and his family. But to be fair, I think that it will be fair if Fundora fights for the WBO versus Tszyu. He's already prepared because, of course, he was going to be fighting in the same card. And Erickson Lubin fights for the vacant WBC world title against Serhii Bohachik. There's a good opponent, undefeated, 23-1, 23 KOs. Hey, I don't understand why nobody calling him a monster like in the 140-pound division. You know what I'm saying? 23 KOs. So that's a good opponent for Erickson Lubin, a good opportunity for him to become a world champion because he's been fighting final elimination bouts in the WBC prior to his loss versus Fundora. I think that would be very, very fair if he doesn't become a replacement to Tszyu. I mean, Erickson Luba could also be a replacement to Tim Tszyu. Yeah, at the end of the day, this is a bummer for Tim Tszyu, but also the career of Keith and Tom Thurman that been sitting in the bench for quite some time. I don't know if there's gonna be a retirement thing. Hopefully not. But Keith and Tom Thurman has been irrelevant for quite some time. Keith and Tom Thurman, had a promising Hall of Fame career. Probably Hall of Fame. Not sure he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Fame. He was a unified welterweight champion of the world, man, was a top dog at a period of time. But Keith and Tom Thurman have been on the bench, had injuries, sitting just waiting, and that's the difference between what I was saying earlier between Tim Tszyu and these other fighters. Well, Keith and Tom Thurman were just waiting, sitting in the bench, and then look what happens. Now he got to wait more. Is it gonna go on 3 years without getting in the ring? Man, his career's been like Derrick Rose, but in boxing. He had a good start, and it's just he's really becoming a disappear act in the sport of boxing. I'm a hardcore Keith and Tom Thurman fan, so of course for me it's like, damn man, I was really looking forward to really seeing Keith and Tom Thurman. I was really looking forward to making the trip because of course Keith and Tom Thurman, he's one of the most exciting fighters of this generation. But, he's been inactive, only fought 2 times in the span of 5 years. And it seems like now the energy that people really probably don't even care that he's out. There was people that were speculating that this shouldn't be a pay-per-view bouts or whatever. I don't care. I pay for the pay-per-view because I don't rob from the fighters. And I hope you don't rob for the fighters because you wouldn't like if people rob you from your livelihood as well. But you know what? This was probably more. A lot of people felt like this was a coming out party for Tim Tszyu. I mean, with Sebastian Fundora, I think it's going to be an electric fight, like it was going to be with Thurman, because of the styles of their approach. Let me know what y'all think about this fight, Sebastian Fundora, Tim Tszyu. Who you got? If you haven't subscribed to the channel, y'all already know this is Punch Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself. Ladies and gentlemen, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, like, share, and help the visibility of the channel, help the visibility of the video. We're doing big things out here. Y'all already know, God first, everything second. Fight plus survive equals true champions. The best investment you can make in your life is have God in your heart and build it. It's only one God. If you want to live in paradise, it's only one way, Jesus Christ. Let's go, baby.